Well, someone asked me before when alt season, and I told you that there is just one chart you need to look at, and it is this chart, the USDT dominance chart. You don't need to look at any other chart for when you think alt season will come. And now we're talking about a proper alt season here, aren't we? We're not talking about little pumps for ants. So this chart essentially marks out all tops in the market, particularly, obviously, we're just going to look back to 22. So for the past 3 years, over 3 years actually, this chart marks out all the local tops. It's basically, obviously, USDT dominance in the market when people are moving in and out of USDT. And as you can see, obviously, if we start off with the back to the left, this was the move in 2022 when Bitcoin resurrected all the way up towards 50K. As you can see here, dominance plunged for USDT, and then at the end of March, that was when it put in its top of around, I think it was like 48, 49K. And then, of course, a little month after that, Luna started to collapse and unfold, and obviously that's when we got a market drawdown, hence the parabolic move in USDT dominance. But then, we spent a while chopping around. It then comes down, obviously, as the market gets frothy. And again, Bitcoin makes its all-time high early last year. USDT dominance comes into demand. Obviously, then we chopped around for 8 months and sold off, didn't we? Alts got bashed. Bitcoin dropped back down towards 50K. Obviously, USDT dominance spikes back up. Again, December, just gone. We come back into the same level. And again, the market peaks. And of course, people move back into stable coins. And then obviously, most recently, we touched it, came down again after the move in July, obviously into August. And then, as you can see, it's on a little reversal so far. So really, obviously, these show, particularly these ones here, this push down here, this push down here, show obviously the Bitcoin expansion alongside, obviously, some altcoin strength. But really, when we're looking at it, a break below this region here is when obviously things get frothy in the market, if we can obviously plunge down towards the 2.5% figure. So that's when, you'll see the real big expansive move across alts or Bitcoin or whatever it is that you're looking at. And we could all, you could have argument to say, oh, maybe we don't go that low, maybe we come into there. Even still, a drop into there would cause quite the move in the market. So I think that is literally just the chart you need to look at, because we don't need to look at rotations out of Bitcoin into ETH and ETH into mid caps and whatever it is you're looking at. What we're looking for is obviously just a breakdown in USDT dominance to obviously show that people are really starting to move out of stables for the biggest time in 3+ years. So for me, that's just a chart that I'm keen to look at. Obviously, when it comes back into up towards here, you could look at that to say, okay, maybe this is the time to start to position. If we do, God forbid, if we end up all the way back up here, then we something's really gone wrong in the market. But if in the scenario that we do at some point, then you can look back to this and you can say, okay, if we come back into here, this might be the time to start positioning into Bitcoin, ETH, altcoins, whatever, for a move back into there, because that is just one range now that it's built there. But really, what you want is the breakdown of there into there, which then will probably give you the market top. I think this could also potentially, again, remember, nothing is financial advice on this show, but I think looking at these moves on USDT dominance, depending on where you want to draw your key levels, this could also give you the top in the market potentially. So yeah, it's something that we'll keep a lookout for and keep monitoring.